Welcome back. So here is my piece that I did last night. I still haven't come up with a proper name for it yet, unless I just keep fire and rain, but I'm always open to suggestions. These are the colors that I use. These are Primary Elements art pigments from Leslie at Colourarte. Mediterranean blue, teal zircon, and twilight. So they basically went like in that order from dark to lightest. And then hot cinnamon turns that really bold red when you mix it, so it doesn't look like red now, but it is. Then the orange peel and the yellow rose. They were mixed with 1 part of the pigments to 1 part of the CraftNique gel stain, this guy right here, and Glidden Premium Untinted Base. So it was 1 part of the pigments to 1 part of the gel stain, and then 3 parts of the untinted base. So I did add a couple drops of phthalo blue, the green shade, to the Mediterranean blue because I wanted it to bleed a green. The bloom came out beautiful. It started off as a swipe, and then for the fire was a swipe, and then I blew the blue out. I do have a little bit of cracking here, but I can touch that up, and with resin it won't be any big of a deal. Probably going to list this piece for auction along with a couple of others, and then the proceeds I'm going to donate to WWF, Worldwide Wildlife Fund. That's what it's for. So they have a campaign going on right now where the money is getting divvied up for people who have been displaced, supplies, and then also the treatment of animals. Alright, y'all, so we're going to talk about cell activators, okay? So a lot of you have been watching me for a while, and my progression into this particular technique, I've changed things up, I've switched things around, I've tried new things, some things work, some things don't. Anyway, the past couple pieces that I've done, I haven't had any wood conditioner in my stuff. It all boils down to the density of your paints, how much your paints are suspended in something else that is lighter than the thing than whatever goes on top. And then, you know, you have to always keep in mind that heavy stuff sinks. So, but you don't want it to sink too much. Whatever is in Amsterdam, I don't know what it is. I'm messing around with a couple different thoughts right now. I'm probably one of the biggest geeks on the internet. I spend hours researching shit, and it just, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So the cell activator, I'm going to make, that's a whole teaspoon, so yeah, we'll do that. So nope, we won't. I gotta get the Floetrol first, because if you put the Floetrol in the spoon first and then your paint, the paint slides right out and you don't have to scrape the spoon and all kinds of crap. So hopefully I have enough Floetrol, but here we go. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now this is the part where I will get the Amsterdam. In this case, I am using a white cell activator. I'm just going to squirt it in there like that. You know, have it a little heaping. I'll turn it to the side so you can see it, but that's how I like it. See that? And then it falls right in, and boom. Then the final teaspoon. Some people do 1 to 3. You can, okay? If you want your cell activator to be heavy and sink and make the cells more of the color underneath the cell activator, you can do that. I like to use 4 parts and then the 1 part of the titanium white by Amsterdam, and then I come in with some water. If you add water to this mix, it makes it heavier and it'll make it sink. Therefore, you don't even need the wood conditioner. Now, if you want your other paints to sell, you have to make sure that whatever paint is on top of the other puddle has to be heavier. And that kind of takes a little trial and error and some technique, but essentially that's where I like adding the wood conditioner if I want my puddles to sell by themselves without the cell activator. So it's up to you. You know, a lot of people don't like the smell of it. I don't either. I'm hoping I can come up with an alternative. I think we have found one. Stay tuned for Karen at Waterfall Acrylics. She tried something that I was thinking about and it worked. So I'm not spilling the beans yet. I'm going to let her spill it. Okay? Sorry. But anyway, whipping this is fine. The bubbles pop pretty quick. I usually let it sit for about 10 minutes. I like using the cups with the ribs on the side because you can bend the cup in and just scrape along it, and you know, it really gets things going a lot easier. And then, you know, you can go like this around. It depends on what you want to do. But ultimately, you want a single stream like the size of a really large spaghetti. So when you pick your cup up, let me get on my little stool here so I can see what I'm doing. But when you pick your cup up and you let that stream go like that, you want it to keep going. Okay? And there's still like lumps, so we're going to try to work that out. If for some reason some chunks did fly in there, because I'm at the bottom of my little squirt bottle with Floetrol, and Floetrol, if it sits too long, it always clumps up. Actually, everything with a binder clumps up. There's a small binder in Floetrol, but it's enough to make it clog your nozzles, or, you know, because I use this thing, and I'm sure this is just loaded with gunk at the bottom, so I'm going to have to wash it out. But ultimately, if you can't get a stream, wipe your stick too, okay? Because if you have a bunch of stuff gunked up on your stick, your stream is not going to flow that well. So then reach in, grab it, and there you have it. It's a stream in itself. I don't know if you saw that, but I'll do it again. I'm trying to do it on camera. Hold on. Wipe your stick. And then go like that. And it's streaming off, so that's what we want. Now, okay, so it was a teaspoon of paint, 4 teaspoons of Floetrol. Putting like 4 drops in when I was doing anywhere from like a half a teaspoon. So yeah, we're just gonna basically double that. So it's like 8 drops of water. I use distilled water. You know, it's real subjective, but ultimately, I know my tap water is extremely alkaline, so I'm not trying to add more acid to anything. So I get distilled water. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. That was really quick, but I'm kind of used to it. So just give it a good stir. And then I let it sit. Okay, so the untinted base that I've been coloring with CraftNique's black colorants, see how there's bubbles in there? I just want to show you guys something. If that happens to you with White House paint, don't have your paint shaken at the hardware store, ever. But you just bang it and the bubbles pop. And then you could wait a few more minutes and new bubbles come, and then you can pop them. I mean, you could go all night if you really wanted to. But essentially, if you have a problem with bubbles, they're going to turn into measles. And measles look like this. Okay? So you could see how the paint, these were basically bubbles, and they popped. And kind of, well, I mean, I love this bloom no matter what. Measles or not, but you can tell that each one was an air bubble. So anyway, some paint you could, and then if I tilt it to the side, you can also see the craters. It looks like you're walking on the moon or something, right? But anyway, yeah, these were this was acrylic and CraftNique colors. The gold is CraftNique. I freaking love that. It's unbelievable. The red was theirs, but then the orange and the teal in the background, that was just Artist Loft acrylic tube paint. So anyway, there you have it. I was kicking around the thought of white or black, but when you do fire and ice or fire and rain, it's kind of, you know, fitting that it jumps off of the black background. We're just going to start in the center like this, and I'm going to come around onto the outside. and then back into the center. Now, I don't think my little thing is level here. So we're gonna do the fire first. So I want some, you know, kind of like that. So that was a mixture of, I can't even tell you what it was, but it was definitely like a dark reddish burgundy mixed with some hot cinnamon. This is straight hot cinnamon, so hopefully it'll make it really pop. Okay, so we're gonna come around like this. The hot cinnamon is what I really need to stand out of everything. The orange, don't need a lot of the orange. Golden rose, I think, which I might be losing. All right, we're just gonna kind of go like this and like that. Like I said, I kind of have no plan. The plan is there is no plan. So I'm just trying to make this up as I go along. A little piece of wax paper, and I'm gonna put the cell activator right down on my table here, and I'm gonna dip the wax paper in it. Should have did this on the right because I'm left-handed. All right, here we go. All right, oh, nope, not all covered. Here we go. Now let's see what happens. We want it to touch down just slightly, and we're just gonna drag it along. Like that. Maybe like that. Blow on it a little bit. I definitely need to cover over here right now. Okay. I want the blue to like kill the red. So, all right, so we're gonna come around like this, I think, but I'm not gonna do as much as I did before. Probably gonna lose all of this. Yep. And we're just gonna come through like this and around. Because like I said, I want the blue to overtake the flames. A little more blue, I think. Needs to be this way. Ugh. There. Yeah. Paint and in my mouth. Again. Damn it. Go away, flames. By fire. Yes.